Well, happy Monday once again, everyone. Bryan Devore, Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties, with yet another Monday market moment. And this week, in addition to the latest stats, we're going to attempt to answer the question, why are first-time buyers getting squeezed out of the market? It's a challenge, and it could mean problems for the rest of the market as well, which we'll talk about in just a moment. First, let's go over the latest stats. Right now, we have 3,380 homes for sale throughout San Diego County. It's an increase of 117 from last week. No change in the median list price, $1,050,000. Average days on market of the homes that are on the market, 43, also no change. Pending sales, 2282. It's an increase of 23 from last week. No change in the median list price, $895, and no change in the average days on market, 24. Lots of no changes going on here. However, there is a change in the months of inventory. It's gone up a little bit to 1.64, still well within the seller's market category. Here's the chart showing total actives and total pendings. You can see we are seeing the normal trends that happens this time of year during the springtime when inventory goes up. Demand is kind of wavering. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Since last week, we saw 837 homes come on the market, 29 more than came on the market the week prior. Median list price of the homes that came on the market, $949, lower than last week's. New pendings, 453, also an increase of 16 from last week. So we saw more homes come on the market last week than the week before, and more homes go into escrow than the week before. Median list price, $869, down from last week. Average days on market, 19, no change from the ones that went pending the week before. New pendings listed within the last week, 37. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 240. So 7% of homes are selling in a week or less, and it was actually 6% last week. And then 53% of homes are selling still in 2 weeks or less. Pretty strong market. Here is the Stephen Thomas Reports on Housing chart showing active inventory over the last few months and then comparing it to the last few years. And you can see how inventory is climbing at a faster rate than it did in 2021, about the same as 2022, and climbing faster than it did, excuse me, in 2023. We're seeing inventory going up. Why is that? Well, partially because homes are coming on the market, but partially because some homes are staying on the market longer as demand is kind of wavering with interest rates being higher. That seems to be a problem. We're still well below the 3-year average prior to COVID of 2017 to 2019. You can see the green line up here. But again, our trend line is going up. Meanwhile, our demand, which is number of homes that go pending in the last 30 days, is going down. It's the lowest it's been in the last several years. It's going in the wrong direction. And again, partially because of interest rates being so high. It's harder for people to really get into a home and be able to afford to do that, which we'll talk about in just a second, how that affects the whole first-time buyer thing. And demand is still well below all the last several years. Since last week, we did see 390 homes close escrow, 33 fewer than the week before. Median list price of those homes, $899, $450, higher than the week before. Median sales price, $925, also higher than the week before. No change in the average days on market, 19. Least expensive sale was in Warner Springs. Haven't been there in a while with the least expensive sale, $210,000. The most expensive sale back in Encinas on famed Neptune Street, $7,162,500. Here's the chart showing new actives, new pendings, and new closed sales. And you can see new pendings, new actives rather, are super strong. Homes are coming on the market. New pending go up a little bit, which is encouraging. Not everyone is waiting for those rates to come down. Closed sales lower than it was last week, but higher than the week before. And here's a chart showing median list price and median sales price, and homes are still on the median selling for more than what they're being listed for. Okay, the trouble for first-time home buyers. Right now, the first-time home buyer price category is anything under $1 million in San Diego County. Crazy to think, when I started in real estate almost 21 years ago, it was well below half that. It's gone up quite a bit. If you look at the homes placed on the market January 1 to March 31st, so the first 3 months of this year, and compare it to last year, so you can see on the left here with this chart, 2024, 2023, you can see the raw numbers, and then you do it by category of price, 0 to 500, 500 to 750, 750 to a million, and so forth. If we just look at the numbers at the bottom, the percentage difference. So if you look at the 14%, so we have 14% more homes that came on the market the first quarter of this year than came on the market last year. So inventory actually is ramping up compared to last year. But if you look at the price categories of 0 to 500 and 500 to 750, there were 4% fewer homes put on the market in those categories, but 13% more homes came on the market in the 750 to a million category this year versus last year, same 3-month period of time. And it goes up from there. 29% more homes for the 1 million to 1.5 million. 43% more homes came on the market in the $1.5 to $2 million price category. Now, some of that is because prices have gone up. So homes that would have been perhaps, below 750 last year are now above 750. The same home, 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, what have you. So it is partially because price is going up, but we are seeing fewer of the homes in this price category are going on the market, mostly because those people probably bought with a loan versus the higher priced homes. A lot of times people are paying cash, so more susceptible to interest rate situations and the fact that they're locked in with a low interest rate, and so they don't want to give up that interest rate to move into something else. Unfortunately, what that does is it bottlenecks the market. If people aren't selling in that price category, that means that the people who have more expensive homes have no one to sell to. And so they're kind of stuck too. So it's sort of a trickle up effect, so to speak. If you look at the San Diego County sales for the first 3 months of the year versus last year, again, look at the difference. It's about the same, pretty close. 12 more homes have closed escrow in the first 3 months of this year than last year. But if you look at, again, those price categories, 22% fewer sales for 0 to 500, 23% fewer sales, 500 to 750. And then it goes up from there. 12% more sales this year than last year for the 750 to a million. 26% more sales in the $1 million to $1.5 million category. So it's very interesting. People who have money, maybe are not first-time buyers, have some equity they're rolling over from another property or paying cash, they're buying still. And I'm seeing that in the marketplace right now. Lots of people coming out to open houses for homes priced $1 million to $1.05 million to $1.5 million rather to $2 million. There are people still out there, but it's hard to find a lot of people who are looking to buy in that lower price category because affordability is even tougher for them. So the first time buyers are getting squeezed a little bit. Hopefully towards the end of this year, we'll see interest rates coming down. I know we've been saying that for a while. We're moving the goalpost, so to speak, because inflation is still very tough right now. And so the Fed's not looking to lower rates. And I think we're going to see these rates for a little while. But as they do come down, we'll hopefully start seeing some of that inventory loosen up. We'll see more demand for sure, but we need more inventory as well to help the first-time buyers. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. Don't forget to scan the QR code to track your home's value. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions about the market and how it might affect you, whether you are a first-time buyer or move-up buyer or downsizing maybe. Feel free to give me a call. I'm happy to help any way I can. Look forward to seeing you next Monday. Have a great week.
Thanks for watching Monday Market Moment with Bryan Devore. To request a transcript of this week's report, send an email to brian@devorerealtygroup.com.